Welcome back, everyone. It's
All
now.
units, we're getting alarms from the Ravencroft Institute. Can anyone respond? Over. Dispatch, we got our hands full with the Blackout and Oscorp. Cannot respond. Repeat, cannot respond.
I better get over there now.
Anyways, we're back, and this was no bad. Now, if you watch some of my videos, I have a new intro for like about two of them. We're gonna complete this mission as Black Suited Spider-Man, or as what some people call it, the Venom suit. If you watched and played and read the comics on the original Spider-Man, you know that the black. Hold on, someone's talking. Hold on. Got a video playing, man. Also, trying to enjoy some stuff. And again, Ultimate Comics, and that's our new suit. Anyways, if you know what the black suit is the opposite of that suit, basically. The Nothing Amazing Spider-Man series, like Andrew Garfield series suit, but it's the opposite of the original Spider-Man suit. So instead of being red and blue, it's actually entirely black. In the cartoon and the comics, instead of having that little spider that you see on his chest, and kind of like the big one, especially if you watch the 2000 series, like 2007, where it had like both spiders, like they were like not really big and not really small, where they're like at medium size except for the chest, because each time you see their chest they always had the small ones, including in the comics. Instead of having those, the spider was actually replaced with a white spider that was actually, well, it's the spider that you see now. I was replaced with that. The web shooters.
There's a riot at Ravencroft. We don't have the manpower to handle it. All we could do is close the bridge, seal it off.
What about the people who work there?
We sent in some task force guys to evacuate. They're having a bad time. Any chance you can lend a hand?
On my way.
Actually, no. I'll help out after I do this. After I do a few things. The black suit was actually, you see where the white things are, and there's like above his palms on his hands. That's where he shot out the webs, and instead of having web shooters, and this even goes with like the TV series.
Run! Someone planted a bomb!
Detective Vision.
Area and see if I sense anything.
Detective Vision to
Gotta
me.
ditch this in some water.
Instead of the web shooters activating and stuff, the white palm or white things above his palms are actually where the webs would come out, and the webs.
I can see the Daily Bugle headline now. Spider-Man, litter bug.
In both, we got time.
What could have been a day of disaster is instead
When he would shoot out webs through those. In the cartoon series, what happened was, and if you read like, I think it was Ultimate Spider-Man, I think. Yeah, the Ultimate Spider-Man series. His webs were actually black instead of white. That included with Venom also. Both him and the black suited Spider-Man, their webs were both black slash tendrils like. And if you don't know who that is, that's actually Cletus Cassidy, the person that will be facing on the last part of this mission,
This
which
is a
final
nightmare.
mission.
How'd it get so bad so fast? It's like someone deliberately freed all the most dangerous inmates. This is worse than I ever imagined. Both the staff and the non-violent inmates are in a bad spot. I've got to get those people out. I still get butterflies when I fight the bad guys. Except for you.
Anyways, Black Suit Spider-Man is actually the copy side of the original Spider-Man. There's 3 ways they tell it, and 3 different like story. In the Amazing Spider-Man, which was the first Spider-Man series, where they showed the black suit, Spider-Man actually got it from an alien organism. One story said during Secret Wars, if I was correct, and the other one said like John Jameson, if you watched the cartoon series, which was the one I watched to know about what Venom was. One said that he contracted it from like saving Jameson's son. I forgot what his name was. No, it wasn't Jonah Jameson. So ignore if I said Jonah Jameson on the first one. No.
Thank you. It got so bad so fast. Glad to help. Get as far away from here as you can.
Anyways, when Black Suit Spider-Man came, he also saw it in a dream now. Spider-Man now.
Evacuate anyone who's not involved in the riot.
What I hate about this game is that they don't follow the story mode of what Spider-Man actually does. Instead of, because they did it with the bought like the Android edition.
Now take some time to think about what you did wrong.
They did it with that, where they gave you Venom, but he was poorly designed. I will say that he was really just like no one just want to work on him. And what I hate about this one is that Venom. Okay, first off, Carnage wasn't even introduced until Venom after Venom. So if they had Venom the first time, then they could have got Carnage in. But instead, they deliberately don't follow the story mode of how Spider-Man was actually made. And it's even worse, even with the movie, they don't even follow parts of the storyline correctly. Harry Osborn was not the first Green Goblin. He was actually, I think, the second one. Norman was the first one. But in some comics, I think it was in some comics, Harry was someone, I think Harry was the Green Goblin from one comic.
You rock. Don't thank me yet. You need to get to safety.
Yeah, I think Harry was the Goblin in one. I might be wrong, but I might be right also. Continuing on,
Evacuate anyone who's not involved in the riot.
if you read the Ultimate Spider-Man series, now this happens both ways. The Green Goblin is not actually a man in a suit, which I thought was actually pretty cool. That they had like a person look like an actual goblin. I think it was Norman Osborn. He worked on something, like experimented on himself. That's like with the TV series. On the other series, I really don't know like the actual comic books, because the TV series that's from Disney does not really follow the comics. Again, I got problems with sometimes with TV shows if they don't follow the actual, like if they're made for from comic based, they don't follow the comics, and that's how I kind of have a problem with those type of shows.
distracted?
But because basically what that means is they don't read the comics very well because they set it up wrong. You know, they don't read the comics, or they read the comics and they didn't like this. You know. Anyways, in the Ultimate Spider-Man series, Norman Osborn, I think, becomes the Goblin at one point. Now, this is before Miles, the Black Spider-Man, not the one with the black suit, the one that's like, how do I explain this well? The one that got his powers after Peter Parker's death. There we go. Because I can just see it in the comments if anyone's watching. Dude's gonna be like, this mother does, you know, this mother is racist. He's just racist. Not what I meant, especially for my previous ones where I said the black suit is funny. It's kind of hard to remember their names, but he even battles the Goblin.
Got to evacuate anyone who's not involved in the riot. They say everyone's the hero of his own story. But come on, I'm the hero of this one.
Anyways, the Goblin actually gets defeated many times. I mean, the Goblin, Goblin, Venom, Carnage. Goblin, Venom, Carnage. I can't remember who else. Oh, and Electro are like Spider-Man's like hardest enemies to go against because you, especially if I think Electro, because he's got like.
Thank you. I was so scared. Head for the bridge. The police will get you out.
Oh, dang it. Anyways, this game does not even follow half the story mode. I mean,
Quit fighting like that.
that's why I got a problem with like movie-based games. Some like follow the movie perfectly. Like Spider-Man 3, that is a perfect example of a video game that actually followed the story mode perfectly.
It's okay.
I think
won't think less of you if you applaud.
no, The Amazing Spider-Man 1. Well, actually, The Amazing Spider-Man 1 was after The Amazing Spider-Man. That even followed it perfectly. I mean, basically it told you what would happen if, you know, after, you know, if you watch the movies. They're pretty good. They're pretty good movies. I mean, I'll see you guys in the. Well, I'm actually about to make like 2 parts of this. So I'll see you guys then. Anyways, as I was saying.
Spider-Man, help me!
Fine.
I still get butterflies when I fight the bad guys. Except for you.
No, you don't. Now, as I was saying, they're all. I mean, the Spider-Man series, they're all pretty good movies, actually. Except the Amazing Spider-Man 2 movie was kind of had like more drama than the comic books. I mean, and I was watching this thing. No, I won't spoil it unless you already know. If you already know, I'll just say it in like a comment. But I mean, it's just so freaking hilarious. And oh gosh, this game's giving me goosebumps
Thank you,
already.
right? You work for Oscorp. I'll try not to hold that against you. What happened here?
It was Cassidy. We tried treating him with an experiment.
Don't. I know what you and Fisk were up to. Using these people as guinea pigs.
Okay, fine, but the danger's real. Cassidy changed into something horrible, deadly, and he wants to make more like him.
Okay. What serum did you give him?
What did this nutball cocktail of yours do to him?
I don't fully understand it. But like everything else, the goal was to cure the Osborns. In this case, by creating organic, intelligent life forms, nanites, that rely on the body's survival for their own. Now listen to me. Any disease, any damage, they can recognize and heal, as well as protect and defend the host.
A symbiotic relationship.
I'll follow. Now, in Ultimate Spider-Man, there's two ways Carnage and Venom were made. One way, no, they both were made the same way, alright? Let me finish this.
How do I stop Cassidy?
I'm not sure you can. You'd have to overwhelm the symbiote we injected him with. Stop it from functioning. Inflict too much damage for it to handle. Perhaps with fire, or intense vibrations. It's all theoretical. We plan further studies, but...
Hang on. What is Cassidy's goal, dude?
More? Cassidy's a loony psycho killer. When did he turn into a social butterfly?
He had an abusive father, absent mother. He was always jealous of other kids with loving, stable families.
So he's trying to create one.
Yes, out of the most dangerous inmates at Ravencroft. He wants to build a family in his image.
I'll get you outside, which is more than you deserve. But then I have to go after Cassidy.
I agree. He's headed for the sub-basements, where the most damaged inmates are kept. Now, if he makes them into beings like him, no place will be safe. Oh.
Alright, anyways, as they said, symbiotic relationship. There's actually... They're following the Ultimate Comics, actually, more precisely with this game. What happened was, after Venom was, like, basically, after Parker thought Venom was destroyed, and this is before the new one, they took a DNA from both Spider-Man, well, his father. Let me get him outside.
Okay, I'm fine from here. My car's outside.
Get to a hospital. Tell the police everything. Or after I'm done with Cassidy, I'll come looking for you.
Anyways, what actually happened, Spider-Man's dad, which was Richard Parker. Now, I hear this story millions and millions of times, and I honestly, now, if you watch the Amazing Spider-Man series, the movie versions, and even reading the Marvel comics of the Ultimate series, it's so confusing, because one says Peter Parker's dad and mom, like with the 90s version, which I watched when I was like little. Now, quote unquote, when I was little was in the 2000 area, you know, so if you guess what my age is, good for you. But anyways, we used to rent it on VHS, and get this, let me finish, I got a VHS, a PS2, a PS3, a PS4, a DVD player, a tablet, a phone, YouTube, of course, a freaking PC, and like a lot of video games. But most of mine are digital. I'll tell you why I get them digital while I'm swinging around, because I want to kind of take up this commentary time. And I've actually started this new thing called Let's Play. We'll be playing Assassin's Creed Unity. That's the game that I stopped. Anyways, Venom was actually created by Richard Parker's DNA. A little bit, I think, of Eddie Brock's father's DNA. I don't remember his name. Anyways, after they experimented with it, Venom symbiote was supposed to, which is this symbiote. Now, if you read the Amazing Spider-Man comics and watched the comic book series, the cartoon that was made in the 1990s, Venom and Carnage were both offsprings of a symbiote. Venom was an offspring from Spider-Man's DNA after Peter Parker got DNA himself, and Carnage was an offspring of Eddie Brock's Venom symbiote. So you can see Spider-Man's basically the father and grandfather of both. No, he's the father of Venom and grandfather of Carnage. But anyways, they all were alien symbiotes, which rely on the host, of course, with the symbiotic relationship. Anyways, with Carnage, I think they took a DNA of Spider-Man or Peter Parker, and they were messing around with it too much. Now, I have to do some more research. They messed around with it too much, and it became an organism that lived on. And get this, Carnage cannot live. Even in the Ultimate series, Carnage cannot live without draining a human person. So if you read like the Spider-Man comics, Carnage, the only way Carnage could basically survive with his host is if he drained from many other people, or that might have been only for Ultimate. I have to do some research also. Anyways, how Carnage became red and the Amazing series, Carnage actually went into Cletus Cassidy's cuts that he had and bonded with his blood and transformed Cletus into Carnage, which if you read watch the Ultimate Spider-Man series from Disney XD, which does not follow parts of the Spider-Man story. Carnage was actually
Heavy-duty security. Wonder what they had here. I get the feeling something seriously wrong was going on here.
Peter Parker. Now, Peter Parker did become Venom in like the Spider-Man series and all of them. Okay, I'm about to shut the freaking windows because I can't really talk with the noise going on outside. So that should numb it down. Anyways, Spider-Man was actually Venom for once, maybe twice in the Spider-Man series. I think he became Venom in here. I did the excuse me.
Shh. People work around here.
Anyway, he became Venom. Yeah, he became Venom after he caught like the symbiote.
You've led me on a merry chase, but now you're mine.
Actually, you know what? We're almost out of time, so let me wrap up this part. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to all my videos. Even though I don't say it enough, I still put these videos on there, and hopefully YouTube will allow or make it where it's already released. I will be doing let's plays, walkthroughs, and possibly recording videos if I get my iPhone fixed. Yes, I got the iPhone 6 Plus, and it really sucks with my camera. It's freaking broken. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm not gonna edit. Like, I'm gonna edit the one before it to like get you up to speed, but I'm not gonna edit this one and like all three like I did in one. That one made it like an hour long, and I did that with 2, and I was like, oh god, just shut up after watching a few. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Hopefully I'm talking. I gotta make sure I'm talking. I'll see you guys then.